I heard that you are dealing with a little bit of self-sabotage, some imposter syndrome, or maybe that's just me projecting, because me fucking too. Let's figure out how the fuck we're gonna stop with this shit, because it's super unfair that our brains just like won't let us be happy for like 5 minutes. For context, I recently was let go from my 9 to 5 of almost 3 years. My entire life, all I have ever wanted to do / be is a full-time creator. And now I have this opportunity to, and I am taking this opportunity. But also my imposter syndrome has been at an all-time high. I feel like a complete fraud because I'm not receiving the income that I would like to be receiving in order to pursue this full-time. And by that, I mean, I'm receiving literally zero income, at least in the 3D. The 3D says zero. Zilch, nada, nothing. But as we know, law of assumption, the 3D, that's fake. So I will begin to see that money out here soon. Up here, I already got all the money. I'm chilling, I'm fine, okay? But anyways, it's still extremely hard to work through when this has been my dream for quite literally my entire life, and I am finally doing it, but it's not by choice and it's not under the circumstances that I had planned. But that's the thing with plans. Things don't always work out the way that you thought they would. That's actually usually for the best. So how am I dealing with my imposter syndrome and self-sabotage, and how can that also benefit you? Well, first off, I'm just fucking doing it. I'm showing up and I'm doing what I need to do, because everyone deals with imposter syndrome. I was looking up different quotes yesterday regarding imposter syndrome. Michelle Obama, Tina Fey, and like a bunch of other like very, very famous, well-known people still to this day deal with imposter syndrome. And I'm like, oh, if they still deal with it, then that means like this is actually kind of normal. Like it's not normal, but it's normal, right? Like nothing really separates me from them and this feeling. These celebrities who have been famous for a very long time still wake up and question their worth and their fame, their work, the same way that I do, then that actually makes me feel a lot better. Lady Gaga also has a couple quotes about her imposter syndrome as well. The only way out is through. I also tend to self-sabotage because of my imposter syndrome. And if you're watching this, then you are also probably similar. My imposter syndrome is rooted in my fear of success and perfectionism and people pleasing. And it's all rooted in this feeling of not being good enough, my trauma growing up and always having to be poor, and I will never actually be worthy of my desires, even though everything I have ever wanted, I worked my ass off and I got. So what makes like finally getting my dreams, albeit again, not under the most desirable circumstances, like any different? I'm self-sabotaging by not taking action. I have all the time in the world now to post on YouTube and be more consistent, but I'm still choosing not to be. Actually thinking about posting brings me anxiety, even though making videos, ideating, scripting, filming, editing, posting, and then engaging with all of you is actually what makes me happy, and knowing that like I am building this connection with you and my words are actually like helping you live your life and help you become a better person and are comforting you with your circumstances. Like that is like what truly makes me the happiest. It makes no sense that doing what makes me happiest also makes me anxious. I get into this mode of freezing and taking inaction. And so then I was thinking about like, why am I not taking action? Like I have literally all the time in the world now to be consistent with YouTube. So why am I not? And it's because I know that if I was consistent, then I would be successful, and I am scared of success. And then that is again where the imposter syndrome comes comes in. Who am I to have success? Who says I deserve it? What makes me qualified to post on the internet and grow a following and earn an income from social media and help other people? Like, I know I'm qualified because I've been through a lot of shit and I'm really great at giving advice, and I know that, and my friends know that, and I am the advice giver in the friend group. And there is a reason why I have 100,000 followers on Instagram, but that's still crazy to me and I still don't feel deserving of it. And a lot of this also comes down to self-concept. I and you, we will never actually like get what we want and feel comfortable with what we want until we work on our self-concept and feel worthy of these things. That is, of course, the most difficult part of it. Doing that inner work and sitting with those uncomfortable feelings. But since realizing quite literally, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, I'm freezing because I'm scared of success, I have been trying to push myself to take action. Like, I was literally like laying in bed until 2 p.m. I was taking an action. It's easier to freeze than to actually take action because it's easier to do nothing and then like let life pass me by rather than take action and possibly fail or have something go wrong or like be successful and be happy. Oh my God, I could finally be happy. The worst thing in the world, right? I mean, with a life of trauma and a nervous system that is still getting regulated and still finding new definitions of safety, happiness actually is incredibly scary and the worst thing in the world for me right now. And I'm also learning that in new personal relationships as well. And that also really sucks. I stayed in bed until 2 p.m. and I was like, literally, fuck this shit. I need to go do something. And I was craving musubi. That was also triggering my ED. I fucking love musubi. So I forced myself to get the fuck up and drive the literal 4 minutes. So a total of like a 10-minute journey. And then I got back to my apartment and I devoured that bitch. Oh, she was delicious. Did I regret it? Absolutely not. I was really proud of myself. In that moment, I was like, so this is what taking action means. Because all of the anxiety I felt about getting out of bed and all the things I needed to do and what about this, literally dissipated once I got back to my apartment because I worked through it. I forced myself. The only way out is through. And anxiety is really just, anxiety is a lot of things, but a big part of it is fear of the unknown. Our brain creates so many like unnecessary scenarios. That's why like sitting and like thinking about all the things you have to do like makes you more anxious and makes you freeze. Once you start doing those things, you feel better because it's actually like not as bad as your anxiety was making it out to be. And so that's kind of the point that I'm trying to get at. You just have to just fucking take action and do it. I have just been telling myself, I've been telling others, do it scared, do it with no connections, do it with no idea of what the fuck you're doing, do it with no direction. It doesn't fucking matter what you do as long as you are fucking doing something, because doing something is better than doing nothing. Action is better than inaction. There is this quote, doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will, or something like that. And that is so true. I also like to think of that as like inaction, anxiety, all of those negative feelings about your self-worth, goals, your desires, your self-concept, all of that. I feel like that all relates within that quote. Another thing that I have been working on that I also want to share with you in hopes that it helps you is take that shit off the pedestal. Why is anything above you when actually you should be on the pedestal? And I also realized that this morning. I was like, wait, like all of this different shit is making me so anxious and so fearful about the future because I'm putting it on a pedestal. I'm putting my career on a pedestal. I'm putting money on a pedestal. The amount of followers I have, I am on the pedestal, and all of this comes to me. It comes to me effortlessly. And this is just also me getting more into the manifestation realm. And once you take something off the pedestal, you stop focusing on it, you detach, that is when when you receive your desire, because you don't really care about it as much and you have a higher higher self-concept. Ways that I take things off the pedestal or detach. First, I stop checking the 3D. Something that my best friend and I joke about, slash like don't joke about, like the 3D is fake. And we have literally just played around with the 3D and it literally like conforms to what we want it to do within like minutes to like 2 to 3 days maximum. Like the 3D is so fucking fake. Nothing is outside of you. You are not separate from your desires. You are inherently worthy and you can have anything you want. You just have to choose to want it and choose to have it, and then therefore you do. And so for me, I choose not to look at the 3D because that just makes me more anxious, and like I look for movement and progress. And why would I like honestly like work myself up when I know that like this isn't the final result? If I know up here I have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube and I'm already monetized and I am already making like a comfortable amount of money, why would I go and focus on the current 3D that says like all of that actually isn't happening? Logic like just doesn't apply. I have seen that time and time again, which also just proves like the 3D is fake. Believing in manifestation and law of assumption and having like the spirituality that I do does help me work through my imposter syndrome and self-sabotage in a way. I'm also like really trying to work through my own perfectionism. I wanted to make this video and I was like, oh, but like I would need to do my hair, my makeup, all this. And I'm like, what? No, that is your perfectionism, that is procrastination, and that is a form of not taking action. If you already had the 100, 200, 300,000 YouTube subscribers, would you actually like worry about all of that? No, because your subscribers care about what you have to say. You have this connection with them. They are your friend and it's like you're on FaceTime. They don't care about how you look all the time. And I was like, you know what? Wait, period. You're right. You're right. Getting ready is just a form of procrastination and perfectionism rooted in self-sabotage because I am scared of success. So let me actually just film this video because we are in the era of taking action. We are done self-sabotaging. We are worthy of our desires. We are not frauds. We have worked for everything that we have. Nothing is outside of us. We are not separate from anyone or anything. We are not losers. Absolutely fucking not. We have always been and always will be inherently worthy and good enough. And there is nothing that can change that absolute fact. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped. If you did, let me know. Let me know what you thought about this more chill in the moment video. Like, no, I need to film it right now. Still trying to figure out my YouTube style, and that's what I like about all of you. You'll tell me what's up. If you made it this far, tell me one thing that you struggle with in terms of your self-sabotage and or imposter syndrome, and I will give you an affirmation for you to repeat throughout the week to help you work through that. Or you can just comment this week's secret emoji. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you enjoyed this video, then you might also enjoy this one. Thanks again for hanging, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.